Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Good evening and welcome inside the Powassan Sportsplex tonight on a Friday evening in January as the Powassan Voodoos are host to the Espanola Paper Kings. We will have a bit of a shortened pregame show for you here, and the first thing that we'll talk about is our Players to Watch.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And we'll talk a little bit more about our Players to Watch after the national anthems. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison Clemente. Go down to ice level just for the national anthems, and we'll be right back on the other side of this.
So proudly behave at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, sailors, night star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the free. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons call and car ton brave sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix, ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
And our player to watch for the Espanola Paper Kings is Lucas Signoretti. He's gotten some time with the Sudbury Wolves this season, 4 points in 11 games in the OHL. He has 73 points in 34 games here in the NOJHL, including 29 goals. And our player to watch for the Powassan Voodoos will be looking to stop Lucas Signoretti, and that's Patrick Charette of the Voodoos. He'll be making his first ever NOJHL career start in net. He was acquired from the Rockland Nationals of the CCHL. He played 11 games there with a .309 goals against average and .87 save percentage with Rockland. Harrison, how are we feeling about our players to watch?
Lucas Signoretti, a guy who always brings speed, a deadly shot, and a lot of energy to the Espanola Paper Kings. And we've seen kind of a little bit of a rotating cast of goaltenders throughout the Voodoos season this year, adding this fourth one here. I'm sure the young guys got a lot to prove here, and very excited to be on the ice here in Powassan, Courtney.
Very excited indeed. It's been a long time since we've seen a game in Powassan, since the very beginning of January to be exact. It's been a long time since I've been able to do a game myself on these broadcasts. As Charette is tested early and we are underway. The Paper Kings in their navy blue, and it's in the back of the net past Charette as the puck bounced in off Ferguson, or rather Signoretti. It's 1-0 Espanola on the very first shot of the game towards Charette, as that one's going to be Signoretti's 30th of the season.
Wow.
And what a rough start for Charette in net. I mean, nothing he could do there on a deflection like that. But that's definitely not the start that you dreamed up for your first start in the NOJHL, as the Voodoos are quickly down 1-0. But if you're the Paper Kings, hey, you have one more goal than you had last week against the Voodoos when the Voodoos shut them out 5-0. Daniel DiRoccolo was in net for the Voodoos in that one. As the puck is down into the Paper Kings zone, and Marois gets the puck. In this one, the Paper Kings in their navy blue and highlighter green jerseys are going left to right, and the Voodoos in their home whites for the back half of the season are going right to left, Harrison.
And it's that type of speed and aggression that the Paper Kings bring to the ice that makes them such a forceful opponent. They get off the hop right there and immediately get one past.
McElhaney with a high shot. Now it's in for Smetham in the near side corner. Smetham looks back for McElhaney, finds him. McElhaney goes for a skate behind the net. He had a couple of goals when I got to see him last in French River. Leaves it for Smetham. Now it's out front. That was for Lemke. Lemke had it in the skates and lost possession. Now going the other way, the Paper Kings. Quickly in. Good pass there out front. Now comes back out again. Now it's to Bruce. Bruce put that over the net. Another chance on the near side. Charette comes away with the pad save on that one. And the puck sent down the ice and off the roof. And it'll be out of play with a stoppage here. 1 minute and 1 second into this one. 1-0 Paper Kings. And Charette has a .500 save percentage so far.
Going into this game, both the Voodoos and the Paper Kings were 3-2 in their last 5 games. As you mentioned, Courtney, the Voodoos in their last matchup blanking the Paper Kings, and they are taking that seriously, putting one up on the board early.
Voodoos in their last 2 matchups, actually. That's the first goal they've allowed in a couple of games, as that was both 5-0 victories in Kirkland Lake and Espanola last weekend. Alex Case from behind the net sends the puck up ice. It bounces off, but the Voodoos still get the puck up and out, and that's Lemke now with it. Looking for the net. That one's turned away by Marois. Sent right back in behind the net. Puck down into Voodoos territory. Wraith Smith with some good speed there, knocking that one aside, and he picks up the puck. Near side to Thompson. Thompson going for a skate, gets into the zone. Cross ice, takes the shot, just missed the net. Puck out front, they score! Wraith Smith and the Voodoos are in flight here. They tie it up, it's 1-1 on Smith's 18th of the season.
Barely 2 minutes elapsed and just as many goals on the board here. The Voodoos answer back quickly with a quick break up the ice, get their own rebound, and are able to put one in. That's the type of bounce back you need, especially after letting one up early. And we're back to a fresh game of hockey here with less than 2 minutes into this period.
It's almost as if the game is just starting again, but it's still early enough that it feels like it is. As the puck is in for Rampersad, he sends that around the boards. Now Jackson Smith throwing the puck in from the neutral zone, and the Paper Kings regroup. Espanola through the neutral zone. Get it in deep. Charette tried to play it, but the puck hopped away from him. Now Powassan with possession in their own zone. Caleb Dawson going for a skate. Gets to the red line, throws it in. Alex Little on the near side. Battling in the corner with Dubroy as well. Little sharp angle shot, and Maroy had to stand tall on that one. Jake Maroy coming into this one, 28 games played. He's 16-10 record, a .370 goals against average, but a .905 save percentage. So Jake Maroy, no slouch in net either.
The West has had a slew of excellent goaltending so far, and that makes it such a hotly contested conference as well.
It has indeed. The Paper Kings, I think when I looked last, I think Timmins would be tied for 3rd or 4th in the West right now, and they lead the East currently. Ferguson chips the puck up, but gets to Tucker Shields. Shields hit off the Paper Kings player, and it goes offside. And we'll get a stoppage in play here with 17:23 left in the first period. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece if you're just joining us. Lots happening as Signoretti got his first as it banked in off of him, or rather his 30th of the season, and Wraith Smith getting his 18th here to tie things up. Mike McLean, the big defender, back in Powassan now. He's played a couple of games for the Voodoos since returning from Gatineau. And the puck rolls in on Marois. But Mike McLean getting his first home game under his belt since his return. He played here earlier this season and at the end of last season. And that kind of makes you a little bit excited, makes you want to say yippee-ki-yay a little bit.
Yippee-ki-yay indeed. Exciting player to watch, and most certainly explosive there on the back end. The Voodoos needing a little bit of help on the defense this season so far, so having him back in the lineup is certainly exciting.
Yeah, the Voodoos reinvigorated this defense, if you will, acquiring Jackson Smith and getting Mike McLean back. And of course, Alex Little back from injury now, and a bit of a cherry pick there, but Signoretti with the puck looked out front, couldn't get it past McLean, as McLean was able to stop that cross-ice pass. Now, however, the puck is in McElhaney's skates. He didn't know where it was. Smetham down the ice, knocked off his skate. Now going the other way is Cowell. Caden Cowell, the former U18 Trapper, battling for the puck, loses it to Lemke. Lemke up the ice for McElhaney. McElhaney to Smetham. Smetham knocking the puck down the ice. And Lemke coming after it, but the Paper Kings get to it first. Bruce with that one. He's played some games in the OHL as well this season, I believe with the Sudbury Wolves. As Espanola is technically the farm team, even though there's the Greater Sudbury Cubs, and now in for a chance here. And again on Charette, big save by the goaltender. That's a rebound you're looking for if you're Charette after the start that he had. What a save there.
And that's the type of confidence building play that a goaltender can make. You bail your team out of a bad situation, keep tracking the puck the entire time, make a really big save, keep this a 1-1 game, and keep this moving forward for the Voodoos.
And that's Blake Peters-Davy who had to step in. He had 48 points in 36 games coming into the night, 17 goals. So he's no slouch. So big save, like you just said, confidence booster for sure, kind of a la Ilya Samsonov the other night. Danuden nearly got the puck, which I don't think, I mean, people made a big to-do out of it, but with the season that he's had, I mean, you're not a Leafs fan, but the season he's had to make that stop on the 2-on-0, absolutely gorgeous. And now we're going to get a call here off the play as the net is knocked out off its moorings. And we'll get a stoppage here as that was Green Gordon who made contact with the net.
Will we see a penalty here at all, or just the stoppage? Just
doesn't look like it.
Looks like just the stoppage here for the net coming off its moorings. 15:45 remaining in this period, and boy, it has flown by fast.
1-1 between these two teams. Back to Short. Short with another shot. Charette big on the puck there. Doesn't let anything pop back out. He makes the save. Should probably like his pads a little bit though, Harrison. They're red, white, and blue like Les Canadiens.
Je t'aime, le bleu, blanc et rouge.
That was terrible.
I never claimed I spoke French well.
I am blue, white, and red. As the puck comes in, tipped off Smetham. I mean, that's my terrible translation. I can't speak French very well myself. Guthrie with the shot. That one's knocked aside. Now it's Lemke with it. Lemke sends it to the near side. Guthrie back with it to Short at the point, who just rims it around the boards. Green Gordon back to the point. His pass is back in. It's nearly picked off. And now Case gets to it and sends it up the near side for Smetham. Smetham battling for possession on the near wall. Looking for chances as to get away with it. However, it's Booth that comes away with it, but is picked off by Lemke. Lemke up to Smetham. Smetham down the ice. Takes the shot. He picked the far side, and that was out of the reach of Marois. Now Russo in a foot race along with Booth. Booth trying to come away with it as he battles with Russo. McElhaney finds the loose puck though. McElhaney down the ice. Has that one flipped off his stick and over the bench and out of play. So we'll get another stoppage here. 14:37 left in this first period.
First real moment of sustained zone pressure for either team there from Espanola. They win the draw, get a couple of chances on net, but the Voodoos do a really good job of keeping them far, keeping them along the boards, and no real high-quality scoring chances off of that zone possession there by Espanola.
Both teams with early goals here. We'll see if they settle into a rhythm, like you said, first time with real zone possession. Little stopped the puck from getting into his zone, flipped it up for Shields. Shields tries to get it to Turner, and now it gets to Patrick, and he tries to get that one in the zone for Turner to chase after, but it's right back down the ice for Espanola. Signoretti, the goal scorer, walking in, throws it cross ice. Now it was sent backdoor for Ferguson. He couldn't get the shot away as it flips off his stick. Now Turner gains the red line and flips it in for Powassan. For Patrick. Patrick sends it around behind the board. Turner now with it. Looked from the point, was trying to find someone out front. Little was coming for support, but he couldn't find him. Battle on the near side. Patrick back for Little. Little just sends it right back in as he takes a hit from Cowell. And Marois leaves it for his defenseman to play. Espanola down the ice. Flips it in as it's chipped in past the red line and out of play. Ferguson trying to win the play. He does. The puck comes out front, but a Voodoos defender is there to stop that attempt. Battling again now. Dubroy comes away with the puck. Dubroy tries to turn on the Jets and gets around his man Bruce. He does. Dubroy from behind the net was looking for Dawson. Dawson couldn't convert as the puck slid away from him. And now Lemke battling with his number 20 counterpart Bruce. And the puck is sent right back down into Voodoos territory. Ricci with it. Up the ice for Dubroy. Dubroy. Slick little pass there for Lemke. Lemke goes for a skate. Gets it in behind the net. Tries to shove it out front. Dubroy was there on the doorstep. Big save there by Marois. Battle on the far side in the corner. There's two Paper Kings players there in a Voodoo, and they blow it dead. And one thing I have to say, Harrison, because every time that the Paper Kings come into Powassan, we always make comments about their jerseys. These jerseys are much better than the white ones.
I much prefer the blue and greens. It offers a bit of contrast. The dark blue, it kind of lets the green do the accenting instead of being basically flashbanged by the white and the green when they are in town. So yeah, these blue and greens are much better. The Voodoos in the white, yellow, green, and the red lettering on this.
Another chance there as it's knocked away. However, Marois, big save there. Mike McLean tripped up. No call coming on that. Now McElhaney skating it in. McElhaney for Smetham. Smetham with the high backhand chance. And now we're going to get some pushing and shoving after the whistle after Marois made the save as McLean came in with a head of speed. And now we get, again, some pushing and shoving. We'll probably see out the referee signaling for one of them to go. Looks like McLean will go. And it looks like Espanola will get one as well. And if you're an OHL fan, well, good news. North Bay's OHL team is currently up 1-0 on the Sudbury Wolves. It's Dallin Wakely with the goal.
Looking for a little bit of redemption from last night. Had a fairly good showing that ended up in a shootout. You can catch all that, the recap on the North Bay Mitsubishi After Action Report here on the Frontline Podcast.
Yeah, uploaded last night. Harrison from the Garrison and Matthew Sukram with that one for you.
And despite the loss, was a fun one to break down, so please go check that out.
I had the opportunity to join Thomas Mercier, who is the main play-by-play gentleman for the Sudbury Cubs. But anyways, I gave it to Thomas a little bit last night, but joined him on the Wolves broadcast. It was great to see Sudbury take on North Bay's OHL team. Little with the puck, going for a skate. Behind the net now. Little knocked off his feet. And Jackson Smith came in. Now it's a 2-on-1 developing here for Espanola. Signoretti comes in. Signoretti with the shot. Charette with a big save as Signoretti comes in hot on the rebound chance as it's 4-on-4 right now. As we mentioned, McLean's in the box, but I missed who it is for Espanola.
Let's see if we can find that out. But Voodoo's giving up quite a few odd man rushes and breaks here. They got to clamp down on that, or a team like Espanola will take advantage.
Espanola has a lot of offensive firepower for sure. As now the puck comes out to the neutral zone. I'll touch on that here in a moment. Horgan, one of those big offensive catalysts from the back end. And now it's Signoretti. Signoretti with the puck, back to Horgan. Horgan with the shot, missed the net there, bounced out front. Charette had to get over quickly. He didn't really see it. Now Signoretti in tight. Big save again by Charette as he got the pad up. As Signoretti had him dead to rights, but the big goaltender said no. Ferguson now walking and takes a shot. Charette with another big save. Voodoos scrambling now as Little goes the other way. They're quick, they have a 2-on-1 of their own. Patrick looks for Little, that one was broken up. Now the Paper Kings going the other way, less than a minute left on this 4-on-4. Horgan, cross ice, another chance out front. Ferguson, wide open net, and Horgan couldn't bury that one. Game has really opened up here on the 4-on-4. Smetham gains the red line, flings that one in as he collides with his own man, Case. And now the puck sent all the way down to Voodoos territory. That'll go for icing here with 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. But we look at the Paper Kings offensive catalyst. Owen Ferguson, 78 points. Signoretti, 73. Horgan, 66. And Blake Peters-Davy, 48. Those all four of those guys are over a point a game.
Just absolutely insane numbers coming from the top guys on Espanola. Just an update on the penalty. Jackson Drigo was sent to the box for the Paper Kings.
Thank you very much, Harrison. Battling for possession is McMillan. Another interesting fact, the Paper Kings with Ferguson, Signoretti, and Horgan all have 320 goal scorers. The Voodoos have none. Matthew McMillan is the closest with 19. Wraith Smith now has 18. Case going down the ice, chasing after it. And those are the two closest. Chase Thompson next with 16 so far. So the Voodoos really like to spread out the scoring. And so do the Paper Kings too, because they have a few players, as Den Odin takes a sharp angle shot. The Paper Kings have a few players that are just below a point a game average as well. But the Voodoos have won a lot of close games too. Smith sends it out front, Little with the tip. And that one couldn't go for him. That was close for the Voodoos. Now Smith blowing a tire. The puck's in between his legs. Little couldn't get to it, but he does find Thompson eventually. Now going the other way, McMillan gets to the red line and flips it down the ice. There's some more stuff going on after the play as Smith battling with his man, but that'll go down for icing now. Voodoos fans looking for a penalty there as Smith was interfered with a little.
Thing is getting chippy here already, as to be expected between a matchup from these two teams. A lot of fast pace here. The Voodoos going for a lot of quick breaks, centering passes, trying to get that tip on net. Nothing going in so far in that respect, but a lot of really good chances here.
Russo lost the draw, short gets to it, sends it all the way around his zone, and they get the puck up and out. Now a quick pass down the ice by Case. Goes to nobody in a white jersey, and now the Paper Kings send it right back down, and I'll go for icing again as Case is the first one to it.
Shots 6-8 here in favor of Espanola. Both teams fairly even so far in this one. Aside from the quick start, Voodoos answering back. Quick rushes either way, and aside from a couple of moments, no real sustained pressure from either team.
We'll see if that changes here as we move forward. Patrick takes a bobbling puck, gets to it, takes another chance, and his shot missed the net. So now the Paper Kings back in transition. McLean gets the puck in his skates, couldn't find out where it was, as now Ferguson gets to it. Ferguson, Signoretti, he dances around McLean but doesn't get very far as Turner got a good stick on it. Now he chases after the puck. Turner gets to it at the Paper Kings bench, flips it in and goes for a change. Quickly up ice now for Ferguson. Ferguson back for Signoretti. Signoretti sends it back in for Smetham. And now the Voodoos playing with it in their own zone, but they lose possession. Signoretti gets to it. Good stop there by Little. Little. Cross ice for Smetham. Smetham walks in. Good chance here for Smetham. He picked his corner. Shoulder saved by Marois. And Smetham walks around behind the net again. Smetham taken into the boards there by Gringorton. And now two Paper Kings battle for it, but the Voodoos come away with it. That's Lemke. Lemke keeps it alive in the zone, takes a shot, blocked in front. Smetham could have got a shot away, but he was taken quickly off the puck. And now the puck sent all the way down the ice again Another icing call here against the Paper Kings.
Voodoos getting a lot of chances in this last minute and a half here, keeping the pressure on the Espanola Paper Kings. Espanola not getting much opportunity to properly clear, being forced to ice the puck and keeping those tired legs out there, leading to the Voodoos' advantage off this draw.
Thompson wins it. Back for Ricci. Ricci in tight now. McMillan takes a shot. That one's blocked in front. Now the puck to Shields. Shields from the slot takes a shot. Bruce with a big block there, and it's out of play, and we've reached our mid-period break here on the front line, so we'll be back with more on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And once again, we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex. Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison from the Garrison, Harrison Clements, our wonderful intern for another week, Cassie Millen. Exam season, let's
Yay.
go. Everyone loves exam season. And Mike Brown, the camera operator, who is always here for every home game. He's looking at me as if he knows what I'm about to say. I'm not going to say it, Mike, I promise.
It's too early.
Too early.
We'll get there.
I told somebody about the story, though, about getting the public address announcer, Mike Brito, to announce certain someone's birthday, and they thought that was pretty funny. Happy birthday, Mike. I said it. There we go. Hey, everyone gets one. It's not actually Mike's birthday. We've been falling around all season, of course. You know that every game is Mike's birthday because he loves coming to hockey so much.
Every game is a celebration here in the Sportsplex because we get to watch some really high-quality hockey with some great fans. And there's no better way I'd like to spend a Friday night, honestly. Just spending it here at the Sportsplex, getting to cast a game. It's a great time.
And it's been a while. Like, I mean, the Voodoos are down to almost single digits in home games. And they played 2 of them earlier this month, as that's a giveaway there by Rotundo for Guthrie. But a good back check there by the Voodoos. Gets the puck back. Now a chance down the ice. They should negate the icing there as Marois is out to play the puck. And he plays it around. The Voodoos, last time they played, it was like January 5th against, it was a back-to-back against the Rapids and the Sudbury Cubs here at the Sportsplex. Sharp angle shot turned aside. So it's been a little while for sure since we've been able to take in a game here at the tropical Powassan Sportsplex. As the puck set in cross ice, Ricci gets to it. Flips it around behind the net for McMillan. McMillan up the ice for Thompson. Thompson walks in, sends it over to Smith. Smith with a shot, that one's blocked. Smith finds it in the slot, he scores! Race Smith with his second of the game! And it's the 19th of the season for the North Bay Battalion prospect. What a goal by Race Smith.
Ray Smith enters the zone on the near side, tries to get the shot off, is deflected, grabs the deflected shot, goes backhand, forehand, and is able to beat the Paper Kings goalie here. 2-1 for the Voodoos with 7:05 remaining. Both teams with 9 shots apiece. What an excellent goal from Ray Smith.
Ray Smith has looked like the real deal this season for Powassan. Russo, he has a bright future ahead of him for sure. Dawson, sharp angle, Dubroy with the tap, but it doesn't go in. Voodoos humming along now with a couple of good chances after that goal. Case with the puck. Takes a hard hit. Danutin takes the shot. McMillan with a good stick there to knock that one away. Now all the way down into Espanola territory. Danutin with it through the neutral zone to Lines. Lines takes a shot. That one's blocked by Case at the blue line. And now it's sent in. Alex Little gets to it. Little with the puck behind his own net. He skates it out, gets it up the ice for Turner, who tried to chip that one in, but the puck just died off his stick, and the Voodoos lost possession. Now Shields gets it out of his zone. Owen Ferguson with it. Back for his defenseman. Puck sent down the ice, and that will go for icing here for the Voodoos. With 5:57 left, they'll get another offensive zone draw, and the Paper Kings have taken a lot of icing calls in this period.
The Voodoos have kept up that pressure, and the Paper Kings being forced to break out or dump and chase and try and get some sort of setup within the Voodoos zone. So them being forced to play the puck long has left to a lot of tired legs has left the Voodoos a lot of opportunity to get those changes in, to get those quick breaks themselves, and keep that sustained pressure. And going up 2-1 now, hoping to keep things rolling here. And
oh, well, the faceoff's actually coming to center ice now as the officials decided to discuss it and confer. Now they go over to the Voodoos bench to talk to head coach Peter Goulet and assistant coach Josh Hardiman and make sure everything's good to go. So we'll get another draw here at the center ice. And the puck's won back to Little. Little gets it for Turner. Turner just sends it backhand in on the Paper Kings, and with the pressure coming from Patrick, Marois is just going to cover that one up and freeze it.
The Voodoos have really swung this around. It's great to see the mentality of a team who goes down early, gets one back, keeps the pressure on, is able to go up again, and still with 5:48, this has been one action-packed period, and great stuff from the Voodoos so far.
Great stuff indeed. As Lemke comes in with the face-off win. Back to Little. Little throwing it right back on net. Marois picks that one up, and another stoppage here. 5:41 left in the first period.
Just for an idea of the rankings, the Voodoos are second in the East, 8 points behind the Timmins Rock, who have 48 and 56 points for the Rock. Meanwhile, Espanola is third in the West with 52 points, 14 out of first place Cubs, and 12 behind the second place Blind River Beavers.
The Beavers have been on such a run now, as now off the draw, Lemke and his man get tangled up. Lines down on the ice. As Lines was kind of going for something there, and Lemke didn't like it, as the draw was told to restart, and then Lemke takes his man down, and now Lemke's going in the box. So the Voodoos will have to kill off a penalty now for the next 2 minutes or less.
The Voodoos currently sitting at a 76.3% penalty kill, and the Espanola Paper Kings are sitting at a 26% power play. So both teams with fairly good numbers on their special teams.
Shields tried to box Ferguson out of the face-off draw, and the linesman says, nope, let's do that one again. Shields wins it back for McLean. McLean tries to flip it out, but Ferguson gets to it. Now Horgan. Far side, or near side for Signoretti. Signoretti took the shot. That one's blocked by Case. Out front for Ferguson. Another shot blocked by McLean. It goes off into the corner. Far side now, into the point. Or back to the corner, I should say. Now back onto the far side. Back behind the net. Espanola with it out to Signoretti. Signoretti cross ice. Chance here for the Paper Kings as Charette comes across, knocking his net off its moorings as he does so. And that'll be a stoppage of play here with 1:32 left on the power play for the Paper Kings.
A big diving save there. It's hard to see where the puck really went off of, but so far he's gotten back into the game, made a lot of excellent saves, staying focused and being dynamic in the crease. It's been a good showing so far outside of that first 10 seconds. Been thoroughly impressed by the new Voodoo.
Update for the OHL North Bay Battalion. It's 2-0 now. Liam Arnsby the goal halfway through the first period. Tucker Shields again with a face-off as the puck comes out, and they might have a shorthanded chance here with Little. Little picks up the puck. He just takes it into the corner as he didn't have a good shooting lane, and now he's just battling for it, killing precious time. And the Paper Kings come away with it. Now Little hug to the ice. The Voodoos bench and fans looking for a call. Nothing coming. Signoretti walking across the ice. He takes a shot, ties things up. A missed call at one end potentially leads to a goal here for Signoretti as he ties things up on the power play, going over the blocker of Charette. That's Signoretti's 31st of the season.
What a weird play. You see a lot of rough stuff behind the play after that quick break into the Paper Kings zone, and then Signoretti from just below the point manages to fire one high blocker, and it's now a tie game after the end of all that.
2-2, 4:45 left in this first period. And the Voodoos power play, which has been, or penalty kill, which has been a little suspect, as you said, below 80%, allows another one here. Short with the puck in his own zone, flipping it down the ice, and that should go for icing, as that was a bit of an early call there. I will give Espanola the benefit of the doubt, but Rotundo was the first man down. The linesman making a quick call on that one.
We're basically back at square once again.
We are.
2-2, shots 11-10 now in favor of the Voodoos. They'll get the draw in the offensive zone with 4 minutes 35 remaining in this one.
Thompson gets it back to Ricci. Ricci takes a shot. Marois with the save. Kick towards the net by Thompson, and now he's going to mix things up with Lines as Marois covers the puck up. And it's funny, again, I've talked about this on the podcast plenty of times that, you know, these two teams along with the Cubs are, you know, the Voodoos are in the east, the Cubs and Paper Kings are in the west, but because of the Highway 17 corridor matchups in the schedule, these three teams feel like rivals. They play each other so much. The Voodoos see the Paper Kings and the Cubs more times than they see the Rock and the Lumberjacks, which are in their own division. Now Drigo with the puck, skates it in, throws it cross ice. Rotundo chasing after it, throws a hit. And now near side. Ricci gathers up the puck, going for a skate. Ricci near side for Smith. Smith with another shot. Big save there by Marois. An awkward looking save as he was in the midst of getting up from the butterfly. And now again, another scrum after the whistle. Smith drags his guy down to the ice. And a couple of Paper Kings end up on the ice back towards the net as well. Looks like Smith's going for a penalty. So, or he's being taken away at the very least.
Things continually heating up here towards the later half of the first period. Things
Smith will
start
go
off.
for a penalty. Sorry, continue.
Smith will go for a penalty, and it looks like
That's
it
Lines.
will be Lines going to the box as well, so we may see some more 4-on-4 action here. And yeah.
Oh, it looks like the Voodoos are getting the extra penalty.
Okay, so that will be the first man advantage for the Voodoos in this game.
No, they're getting penalized.
Oh, okay.
So
This is what I got for being hopeful, Courtney.
oh, maybe not. Oh, looks like it's just Smith as Thompson comes out.
They have installed a revolving door in the penalty box.
Yeah.
And okay, it does look. Wait.
Who knows?
Okay, yeah,
Let's
it looks
do
like
that
4-on-4. It's 4-on-4.
This is where the game opened up considerably earlier this period. 3:55 left in this first period. Did we mention there's a period 2 and 3 in this game still?
Yeah, this has simultaneously been the quickest and slowest period of hockey I have had the pleasure of calling.
A lot has happened. Puck won by the Voodoos, back to the point to McLean. McLean walks in, throws the puck towards the net. Marois with the save.
3:47 in the period, so the 4-on-4 will take us near the end. Draw continuing to be in the Paper King zone.
Shields comes in looking for the win. It does come out, however, as the Paper Kings go the other way. Peters Davey knocks his man to the ice. That's Case. And the puck now sent towards the net of Charette. Knocked away by the goaltender. And the Paper Kings come away with possession. That's Signoretti with it. Gets it to Shields, however. Shields picks it up. Shields down the ice for Turner. Turner looking for some recruits as he tries to get the puck in deep, and he doesn't. Now going the other way as Signoretti nearly got the puck around McLean. McLean battling with Ferguson. That's going to go for offside as Ferguson played the puck in Voodoo's territory. So, stoppage here with a minute 17 left on the 4-on-4. 3:12 left in the first period, and we're all knotted up at 2.
Turner getting a good chance there, being fed the pass on the breakout. Unfortunately, teammates can't catch up to him, so the Voodoo's not able to actually create a play out of that. But killing time, letting yourself set up for a possible play in the future. So far, a fairly even 4-on-4.
Late in the first period in Sudbury, it's 3-1 now for the Battalion as Zachary Drew scored the most recent goal for the Wolves to make it 3-1. However, Justin Ertl had scored to make it 3-0 earlier. McElhaney tries to get it in for Patrick. The two from Pittsburgh trying to connect. And now, Peters Davey with a chance, but a good back check by Little got the puck away. Now for Ricci. Ricci losing it though, Peters Davey. Good defensive play there by Ricci before McElhaney loses it. Now Signoretti for another chance here. Horgan, big save by Charette. Oh my goodness. What a save by the Voodoo's netminder. That's number 33 in white.
An unfortunate turnover, trying to clear the zone there. And wow, Charette comes up huge reads that puck the entire way, makes a massive glove save here. 44 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4, and wow, this goaltender has showed up so far. He's been fantastic to watch.
Yeah, he's made some great saves when he's had to here for the Voodoos. As the puck knocked down the ice, back into Espanola territory. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Battling for possession. Lemke gets it to Case. However, the Paper Kings come away with it, kept in by McLean. McLean walking towards the net. McLean with a lane, takes a shot. Awkward looking save by Marois, but he keeps it out. What a save by the Paper Kings goaltender, as he just got a foot on that one. Mike McLean inches away from getting his first in his return and his second of the season. Now Smetham. Lost it. Lemke gets to it. And we're going to be back to full or even strength here as Lemke gets to it. Lemke walks in, looks over for Smetham, kick towards the net as that one bounced right past Lemke. Smetham, as we're back to 5-on-5 now. Up the ice, Espanola takes a shot from, or dumps it in rather. It's off the end wall. Now Smith gets to it. Up for Little. Up to Wraith Smith. Wraith Smith stops up, turns around, looks for some options, finds his man Smetham, and now battling for it on the near side wall. Cross ice though, that's Drigo with it, and it's going to go down the ice. Little tried to get a piece of it, and that won't go for icing. Smith, the Jackson variety, tries to send the puck down the ice. He picks it right back up, and now the puck chipped down the ice by the Voodoos, but as it was before the red line, that'll go for icing. And now Espanola, with 1 minute and 1 second left on the clock, will have an offensive zone draw.
Just continually keeping the pace going and going, these two teams. And as we said, it's been a long and fast and furious first period, but both teams keeping up that energy the entire time. 2-on-2 game, 2-2 game, the score still, and wow, we're in for a treat in these next two periods here for Courtney.
Certainly good hockey here at the Powassan Sportsplex. Thompson gets it up ice to McMillan. McMillan gains the red line, sends it on to Marois, and Marois just going to cover up the puck and get a stoppage there. Marois' backup tonight is Andrew Galton, who is in 17 games played, 10-5, 304 goals against average, and a 922 save percentage. He made his OHL debut a couple of months ago for the Sudbury Wolves and got lit up by the North Bay OHL team. So
yeah, and
he is a prospect with the Wolves, though. I will say, sorry. And he's definitely looked good against the Voodoos throughout these past 2 years. Lost most of last year to an injury, so that's a year of development gone. Turner goes cross ice now. Trying to find Patrick, but it's right back down for Shields. 35 seconds remain on the clock. Case down the ice, however, it's knocked away from him. And now the Paper Kings walk in. Another chance there. Knocked aside by the shoulder of Charette. Shields, 20 seconds remain. Gets the puck down the ice. However, Pethick gets to it first. Goes around the perimeter. Shields lost it. And the Paper Kings with one last chance here with 10 seconds left. Ferguson has it blocked, and then Signoretti with a hat trick as he gets his 32nd of the game or the season. A wide open net, was just able to tap that one in from Owen Ferguson with 6.6 seconds left on the clock. It's now a 3-2 game for the Paper Kings as Signoretti has a first period hat trick.
Signoretti just finding himself with that speed in really good position, barely even has to get the shot off. It's now a 3-2 game for the Paper Kings. And again, it's one of those odd man rushes that just gets away from the Voodoos and it costs them.
Little just going to kill the time here as we'll get another, as we'll reach the end of this period here. A little deflating at the end for the Voodoos for sure, as Signoretti's able to get that one late. So we'll have to see if that holds up here. Harrison, before we go to break, your final thoughts here on this first period.
It's still anyone's game. Both teams going furiously back and forth. We've seen a couple of penalties. Things are getting chippy here as the game goes on. And wow, it's hard to predict how any of the next periods are going to go, Courtney.
Well, the only thing is to find out how they will go is to stick around and tune in as we continue to bring you coverage here on Flow Hockey and YouTube. He's Harrison Clements. I'm Courtney Kenny, and we'll be back with more Powassan Voodoos hockey at the end of this intermission.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today. Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry! Come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind, with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today. Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce. Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry, come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind, with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where we've got quite the game brewing here between the Espanola Paper Kings and the Powassan Voodoos. It's currently 3-2 in favor of the Paper Kings after they scored a final minute goal, 6 seconds to be precise, and Lucas Signoretti getting a hat trick in the first period alone, and then Ray Smith getting 2 of his own. Looking around the league on a busy night in the NOJHL, the Blind River Beavers are currently tied at the start of the second period with the Sioux Thunderbirds, 2 apiece. Timmins and Iroquois Falls, it's 1-1 there between the rivals up north after 20 minutes of play. And the Hearst Lumberjacks are currently up 1-0 on Kirkland Lake, and they're about 3.5 minutes into the second period there. As mentioned, it's 3-2 here for the Paper Kings. And just going to see if the internet is going to cooperate here to allow us to give you a little look at the scoreboard as well as we go. Again, 3-2. Shots on goal, 14-3 in favor of the Voodoos. Its power play is also 1-for-1 in Espanola's favor. The Voodoos have yet to get a power play, but there's been a couple of 4-on-4 action here. So lots of open ice out there for the two teams as they've gone. Just no man advantage yet for the Voodoos. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison Clements. And Harrison, crazy first period there between these two teams.
Crazy it is indeed, Courtney, and we are seeing the first game in Powassan for Patrick Charette, the newest Voodoo on the team, and he certainly had this first period test him, this Espanola team come at him with all different angles, and boy, we'll see what he can do here in the second.
And we're underway now for second period action as the puck is down into the Espanola zone. Espanola in their road navy blues and highlighter green are going right to left as Lucas Signoretti walks in, tries to get a shot away, but the puck is knocked off his stick, and Charette gets a shot eventually from the point and kicks it away with his stick. And the Voodoos in their home whites for the second half of the season are going left to right in the second period.
And we saw a lot of fast and furious scoring at the beginning of the first period. So far, we've made it a little bit further into the second, so off to a good start this time.
Little with the puck, up for Patrick. Patrick gets it out of the zone. Turner gets it down the ice, but Horgan's going to get to it first. Horgan rims it around his zone, kept in by Patrick. Patrick flips it in. Turner was waiting for a play to develop there for the puck to come to him, and instead the puck is back on Espinola's sticks and down the ice. Charette out to play the puck behind his net. Goes up the ice for Turner. Turner couldn't chip it away from Signoretti. Signoretti now going for a skate. Turns around, takes a shot, and that one's covered up by Charette. And we'll get a face-off here, and more rough stuff after the whistle, as that's going to be Caden Cowell getting into it with, looks like, Zach Turner. And again, we'll have to see if tempers flare here in this period as they started to in that first period. And we'll have to see if things continue that way.
We haven't, we've seen a fair mix of 5-on-5 and 4-on-4 with the penalties that did develop in that first period, so we'll see if the trend continues.
Lemke battling for the puck. It comes out. Voodoos tried to get a little one-touch pass out of the zone, but couldn't, as now it's down the ice. And so far through the first minute, it's been Espanola with the slight edge here in the second period as the puck goes down the ice and hits the netting and out of play. So now we'll get a face-off just at the Voodoos blue line on the near side.
Throughout the first period, we did see the Voodoos have a bit of difficulty clearing the zone, especially at the blue line. Some incomplete passes, some light touches that led to turnovers, and a couple of the goals that the Espanola Paper Kings did pick up. So hopefully we'll see that cleaned up here a little bit more.
Rufa goes cross ice. Bruce gets to it, flips it right back in. Charette comes away with it, and Case picks it right back up. Smetham tried to flip it out. McMillan gets to it, or McLean, rather. Now the puck down the ice. McElhaney couldn't get away with it. Charette plays the puck from his crease, puts it around behind his net. Lemke gets to it, sends it right back from where it came, and now on the far side is Smetham. Smetham was looking up ice for Lemke. Lemke's able to shovel it ahead. Now it's McElhaney. McElhaney with the shot, and he put that one, was looking top corner for that, and he missed the net entirely. Now going the other way, Bruce with a head of steam leaves it off, and that was just got a little bit too fancy for the Paper Kings, and they couldn't get a shot away. Now Smith looks up front. McMillan, no, went for the move, and he just had the puck hop over his stick. Now going the other way, it's a 2-on-0 for the Paper Kings. Green Gorton, cross ice, big save by Charette. Oh my goodness, Patrick Charette on the 2-on-0 keeps the Voodoos within one.
Reads that play perfectly. It's the 2-on-0. Charette just keeps with the man with the puck, forces the pass, and is able to get over in time to make the massive stop. Perfectly played by Charette there.
What a save by the goaltender. We've seen a couple of big ones here, as there have been a few big plays between these two teams already. Charette looking great so far through 20 minutes and change.
Shots 14-17 in favor of the Paper Kings currently, but the Voodoos getting a couple of chances there, and luckily Charette stopping a massive chance for the Paper Kings.
Dawson down the ice looking for Dubroy. Dubroy takes a shot. Marois has it off his stick and bounces into his glove. 17-32. If the Voodoos come back and win this game, remember that play.
Absolutely. Those are the types of plays that can make or break games. Keeping cool under the pressure, keeping your team close, and giving them an opportunity to bounce back.
Jackson Smith sends his man to the ice at the blue line, as now the Voodoos getting some time in the offensive zone. Russo has the puck knocked away from him, though. Ramper's side knocks that around, and Little gets to it, sends it right back in. Delayed offside, though, so the Voodoos will have to touch up. Espanola now with a chance, but it's sent down the ice and picked off by Little. Little walking in, takes a shot. That one's off a body and out of play. So just under 3 minutes gone here. 17:03 left in the second period. 3-2 Paper Kings lead over the Voodoos. Patrick Charette in his first NOJHL start since being acquired from the Rockland Nationals just before the trade deadline earlier this month. Looking very impressive. I know 3 goals against on 17 shots might not seem impressive, but he has played a very solid game so far for the Voodoos. Case gets it in for Patrick. Patrick rims it around. Shields now battling for it on the near side half wall. Cowell in there as well. There's 2 Voodoos jerseys and 2 Paper King jerseys, and the Paper Kings come away with that Signoretti, but Case gets to it. Kicked ahead, but right back for Patrick. Patrick walking in, gets it to Shields. Shields with a shot, and Merwal with a big save there. And a quick whistle as the puck came loose. But if the referees are basically taught, if you can't see the puck, blow the whistle.
Exactly. And in these past few minutes here, the Voodoos have had a good sustained little bit of pressure here. They've been stopping the Paper Kings from effectively clearing the zone, getting back in, getting some brief 3-on-2s, and getting some high-quality chances.
And the Paper Kings going the other way. Signoretti looking for goal number 4 on the night. Fans on his pass, though, for Patrick. Patrick picks it up, and Turner sends it right back out of the zone. Pethick with it. Sends it right in on Charette. Charette in the butterfly knocks it aside. And now Turner's going to pick up the puck in his own zone. Turner through the neutral zone, gains the red line, sends it in cross ice, and now the Voodoos go for a change. Everyone but Shields got off the ice as Shields stayed on. Puck flipped back in by the Paper Kings. Rolled in on Charette. He knocks that one aside. McElhaney gets to it. Sends it right back out to the neutral zone. Horgan flips it right back in. Shields now going for the change as the puck is up for McElhaney. McElhaney down the ice for Smetham. Smetham with some speed gains the zone. Out front for Rotundo. Rotundo tried to get a shot away, but the puck was knocked off his stick. Now Rotundo battling for it, or rather Ricci. Gets it to Smetham. Smetham knocks the stick right out of the hand of the Paper Kings, and that'll be a penalty there for a slash. The Voodoos fans not happy about that one, but when you knock the stick out of the hand of the other player, that is a slash.
Yeah, you're going to get called on that when you're not in a big scrum or something and it's clear as day as that. You're going to get called on it, and the Voodoos going back on the penalty kill. As we said before this game, their percentage was at 76%, so a little bit to be desired, and the Paper Kings already scoring on this one, so let's see if the Voodoos can put together a bit better kill this time. 1-for-1 are the Paper Kings on the power play, like you said. It's back out for Short. Short blows a tire, and now Little off to the races shorthanded. Alex Little walking in. Little with a shot, and he gets that one knocked away and missed the net entirely. Alex Little, the defenseman and captain of this Voodoos team, looking for a goal there shorthanded to tie the game. 1:30 left, and that will go for icing against the Paper Kings. So maybe not the start on the power play the Paper Kings had envisioned, as now they'll have to kill or try and win a defensive zone draw, I should say, while they're on the power play. Irregardless, a great little chance there from Little, and at the very least, you may not get the shorthanded goal, but you effectively kill off 30 seconds with no pressure in your zone.
One thing that's smart, Peters Davey flips it in. I'll hold that thought for now. Peters Davey with the puck behind the net, and that's going to go for a hand pass. One thing I've noticed the Voodoos employing more often on the penalty kill is, since Alex Little is a very offensively minded defenseman, but also really good at defending, a lot of times on the penalty kill, they'll throw him out there as a quote-unquote forward. So you have 3 defensemen out there on the penalty kill. It's kind of the same thing with the power play where you send out another forward, so you have 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. The Voodoos are just doing the opposite on the penalty kill.
And it's really effective. He gets good chances, and then as a defenseman, he knows how to use his body really effectively along the boards. And as we saw there on that rush, he may miss the shot, but he keeps it in the corner, burns more time, and does a really good job of just killing this penalty.
He's back out there now with Tucker Shields as his quote-unquote winger. McLean and Case are the defensemen. One back for Horgan. Horgan had a shooting lane, but fakes the shot instead. Rufa has it near side. Puck cross ice, Signoretti with it. Takes a shot. Charette thought he had that, but missed the net. Rufa gets it to Shields. Now it's Little. Little gets the puck, sends it right down the ice, and Marois out to play it. Marois behind his net to Horgan. He's going for a quick change. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Going down the ice now, Espanola. They gain the zone, dancing by Russo. And the puck sent right back down, nearly taking out the coaching staff of the Voodoos on a clearing attempt. Might have to make some amends there, or maybe doing some extra laps at practice as the puck was well out of play. And you heard it bang off the stanchion on the far side.
Yeah, just saw the slap and then a bunch of heads go down. But so far, a much better penalty kill from the Voodoos.
35 seconds left to kill. That's back to Horgan off the draw. Pass out front, Ferguson. As now we're going to get a penalty here, it looks like, against Owen Ferguson, as the stick of Turner came out of his hands. So, after 26 seconds, the Voodoos will get their first power play, as that's actually Signoretti going into the box. And again, the Voodoos will get their first power play here in about 26 seconds.
And as we said on this penalty that the Voodoos were killing off, if you're not in a scrum, if it's wide open ice, and you knock somebody's stick out of their hands, you're gonna get called on it, and the Voodoos with a really good opportunity with 26 seconds left to kill off this penalty and then get something going of their own.
McMillan with the puck behind the net. Stops up. Now he goes for a skate. Loses it though now as Rampersad nearly had a break. McMillan gets it up ice quickly to Lemke. Lemke with a bit of a spin, gets around short. Loses the puck though, but is able to shovel it behind the net for Little. Little defending the puck, and he's going to try a penalty here, high sticking, and good gamesmanship there by Rampersad, immediately going over to him. You don't see a high sticking call in this league very often, thanks to the visor, but Rampersad went right over to Little right away because he got him in the neck and made sure he was okay.
Yeah, you can tell that one was just circumstance of battling for the puck and gets hit in the neck. And not only are the Voodoos on their first power play now, they are on a 5-on-3. Not much better time than this to tie this one up and maybe go ahead.
Minute and a half or so on the 5-on-3 as they killed off what was left of the other penalty for Reese Smetham. Lemke lends it back to Case. Case had the puck hop over his stick, but McMillan gets to it. McMillan with the puck behind the net, now into the near side corner, gets it back to Jackson Smith. McMillan back to Smith. Smith over for Case. Case with a shot, big save by Marois. Rebound comes into the corner. Case knocked to the ice, trying to get possession once again. Gets it back to Smith. Now it's to Lemke. Lemke, good pass there. It's out front. They had a lane. If Lemke had been quick enough on the wraparound, he had open net, but passed it out front instead, and the puck hits the roof, and we'll get a stoppage here.
Some good puck movement there from the Voodoos, recovering off of those shots, off of those deflections, able to keep the zone, getting the puck moving in different types of ways and having different types of scoring opportunities, which is key for an effective power play.
Short fanning on his clearing attempt off the draw. Now Lemke picks it up. Lemke flips it out for Little. Little had to settle down the puck so he couldn't get a shot away. And now the puck sent down the ice by the Paper Kings as that was short. Quickly back up for Little. Little over for McMillan. McMillan cross ice for Case. Case dancing in. Takes a backhanded chance. It hit a body and just missed. McMillan gets to it on the near side. McMillan cross ice now for Lemke. Lemke with the shot. That one just hit a body and went wide as now Marois takes a good healthy whack at Mike McLean, who was in his crease. And the puck sent right back down the ice by the Paper Kings.
First penalty nearing the close here.
Give or take 30 seconds on both. We'll have to keep an eye on that. As now Shields gets to it. One of the penalties is about to expire, as you mentioned. Out front for Thompson. Thompson takes a shot. Another chance, and they just shove it through the blue paint as it went between Marois' legs. Shields, as we're up to 5-on-4 now. Shields walking in, still with the man advantage. Powassan gives away the puck, and that's knocked down the ice. Now Ricci will have to battle with Signoretti. Signoretti takes the shot, and that one just went over the net and out, and that should do it here on the man advantage. Signoretti, and that will. We're back to 5-on-5, so the Voodoos had a glorious chance. Couldn't score on the power play, but here they go. McElhaney, double chance there. Stone cold by Marois, as the rebound was there as well, and the goaltender got to it. And the Voodoos can't buy a goal here unless your name is Wraith Smith.
Marois staying just completely solid in his crease. Great stuff from him. Gets that leg extension in order to stay on top of the puck. Falls down, covers that. Just absolutely perfect from him on that play.
Big save there by the goaltender, as both goaltenders now trading big saves. Puck to Little, off the draw. See if the Voodoos gain any momentum from those penalty kills, or from those penalties. Russo lost the puck and is sent right down the ice past Jackson Smith. And that'll go for icing. However, Charette played it. And I think the Paper Kings might have a case here to bring the puck to center ice instead of down into the Paper Kings zone.
Another zone clearance from the Paper Kings, being hemmed in a little bit here. A bit of that carryover pressure from the power play continuing on here. And it does look like the icing will remain intact here, as the draw will be in the Espanola Paper Kings zone.
Russo in for the draw for his guys. As we get ready here for the draw to the far side. And it's won by the Paper Kings, but not out. We just keep it in. Sent down the ice. Paper Kings do finally get it out. Now Russo kicks it to the center of the ice. However, big hit there, leveled by Dubroy. Dawson over to Dubroy. Oh my goodness, what a save by Marois on the glove hand. Caden Dubroy had a glorious chance there, and he just couldn't put it past the goaltender.
A really great play executed off of a really nice physical hockey play. Knocks the defender off the puck. Dubroy manages to get it, goes left, right, and once again, Marois just staying with it. A ridiculous glove, keeping the Espanola Paper Kings up 1 in this second period.
Big hit by Dubroy led to a good pass by Dawson right to Dubroy. And as you said, Dubroy couldn't bury it, but Dubroy went, I was watching him, he went off the bench right to the stick rack, swapped sticks immediately. It's the stick's fault. Caden Dubroy and Miles Gordon, our two guests this week on the Frontline podcast. The week before, it was Ryan Patrick and Dylan McElhaney. And as a sad Bills fan this week, the week before I was very happy after they beat McElhaney and Patrick's Pittsburgh Steelers. As McMillan dancing in, takes a shot, big save by Marois. McMillan picks it right back up. Voodoos looking increasingly dangerous here as the second period wears on. Signoretti now to Cowell. Cowell takes the shot, that's over the net and off the glass. Ferguson gets to it. And now Thompson with it. Thompson to Case for McMillan. McMillan walks in, finds his man in flight. That was Thompson, but he couldn't get a stick on it, and the puck is right back down to Voodoos territory, and that'll go for an icing here against the Paper Kings. And the Voodoos will gain another offensive zone draw here, down 3-2 with 9:42 left in the second period.
The Voodoos at this pace just have a variation of really, really good chances, and so far Marois has been the main thing standing in their way. So with the variance in this and the sustained pressure that they've had and chances, man, someone's got to go in.
Puck right back down the ice, and again another icing call here. Yeah, Marois doing all he can to keep his team from giving up that 1-goal lead. This period has been an absolute goaltending clinic by both him and Charette.
Charette's look good. Neither goaltender letting in one so far. We're about halfway through this first period here. Break hasn't been called yet because of icing. So we'll see if the Voodoos can convert off of this offensive zone draw.
Rotundo was looking for a tip as he sent the puck towards the net. Now another chance, just floated in on net and gloved down by Marois. That should do it here and lead us to our mid-period break. It will indeed, as we'll be back with more Frontline Voodoos hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex. Courtney Kenny and Harrison Clements here with all your Powassan Voodoos action. Mike Brown, the camera operator, as usual, and Cassie Millen, our wonderful intern here on the front line as well, taking this one in from the, as I said earlier, tropical Powassan Sportsplex. If you're just joining us, it's a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Espanola Paper Kings. So far, the Voodoos have had many chances, and both teams have had the lead. The Paper Kings quickly off the in the first minute scored a goal off a bank off Signoretti. Signoretti scored all 3 goals for the Paper Kings. Wraith Smith gets 2 for the Voodoos and gives them the lead to make it 2-1. And then the Paper Kings come back with 2 of their own and 3-2, but no scoring here in the second period as of yet.
As you said, Courtney, it is a much more tropical Powassan Sportsplex. It is 1 degree outside, which is quite balmy here for January. The only thing missing is fog hanging over the ice, but the action sure is fiery.
If you're following along with our North Bay OHL team, it's 3-2 now as Quinton Musty has scored a goal for the Sudbury Wolves. Ricci with the puck, skates through some danger and gets it down to Smetham. Smetham takes a shot, Merwa with a save, rebound was there, and the puck knocked away. As the Paper Kings try to get it out of the zone, they hit their own man, but it's down the ice regardless. Smetham now leads the attack again. Smetham for McElhaney. McElhaney tried to get a backhand chance away, and he had the puck roll off his stick. Now Smetham with the puck. Smetham going for a skate. Goes back to the point for Smith. Smith with the shot. Takes down Smetham as Smetham inadvertently blocked one from his defender. Smith, as that one took a bit of a weird bounce off the boards and over everybody, so that'll go down the length of the ice for icing against the Voodoos.
Weird bounce there at center where it kicks up, stays in, and then just glides out. And Smetham with a bit of friendly fire action there, gets hit by Smith. But some good stuff there from the Voodoos overall.
Little up the ice for Turner. Gets it down for Lemke. Lemke looking out front for Patrick. And now the puck down the ice by the Paper Kings. Sent right back in by the Voodoos, but it was at the red line, so there will be no icing on that one. Smith knocking away that clearing attempt by the Paper Kings. As it's back to Smith at neutral, or at the neutral zone, as he just sends that one back in cross ice. Puck up the ice now for the Paper Kings. Peters Davey. Peters Davey, good stick there by Jackson Smith, knocks that one aside. And now Tucker Shields recuperates the puck, or regroups with the puck, I should say, for the Voodoos. And sent right back down in. Charette looking to play it, but he leaves it for Little instead. Little had the puck knocked away from him, but he still has possession. Now he loses it to Signoretti. Danuden in there along with Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith sends the puck up the ice for Rufa. Rufa going around the net, gives it back to his man, and now Shields comes away with it. Shields chips it off the boards and down the ice. Patrick in a foot race with Rufa. Good stick there by the defender, knocks that one away from Patrick. Now Turner throws it blindly into the middle of the ice. Cowell picks it up. 13 minutes gone here in this second period. 7 minutes left. Signoretti takes a shot. He puts that one high and over the glass. And the puck right back down to the Paper Kings. McMillan now with a chance as the Voodoos in on a 2-on-1. McMillan cross ice. It was in the skates of Smith. And they couldn't get a shot away. McMillan with a shot. Or McLean rather. McLean behind the net, goes for a wraparound. Merwa gets to it and covers that up. And we'll get another stoppage here as the shots on goal favor the Voodoos 22. It should be 22-18 after that sequence.
A really nice rush there from the Voodoos. They can't quite make the pass cleanly, or this is a tie game. Again, a lot of really good opportunities for the Voodoos. They just can't get that little bit of edge to get it in the net.
Thompson comes it around his zone. Cowell gets to it. And now Ferguson with it. Gains the Voodoo zone, leaves it for Signoretti. Signoretti lost possession. McMillan tries to get it out. And now Case gets to it, but it's McMillan who gets to it instead. McMillan down the ice, looking for Lemke. Lemke has Thompson. Thompson in the far side. Stick handles with the puck, loses it to Signoretti. Signoretti nearly stripped of the puck by McLean. And McLean will now have to turn and chase it as it goes down the ice, but that will go for icing against the Paper Kings. And the Paper Kings bench letting the referees have it, as I think they're a little bit tired of taking all these icings, but I argue then game the red line.
Yes, don't throw it the entire length of the ice and you won't get called for icing, if I'm reading the rules correctly. But the Voodoos have been keeping a lot of pressure, keeping the Paper Kings back fairly well and forcing those icing calls.
At the blue line, Rotundo. Rotundo looks for a shot. That one was blocked by Cowell's stick. And now Russo and Dawson battling in the corner. Russo with it. Gets it back to Rotundo. Rotundo with another chance. Dubroy tried to get a stick on that to tip it. And he did, but it went into the corner. Another chance here. Dawson with the puck. Dawson walks into the slot, took a shot. Now he's knocked down to the ice by Ferguson. As the puck just dribbled past the net there. Dawson chasing after it. Dawson goes cross ice for Ricci. Ricci was looking for Rotundo, and the puck was just out of his reach. Now it's down for Charette. Charette for Rotundo. Rotundo down the ice, tried to be kicked aside by Dubroy. As this line here, as we're going to get another icing here with Rotundo having to take his helmet off as he took a big hit. I have to say, though, this line of Russo, Dubroy, and Dawson has been very impressive this game. I'd say one of the most consistent lines for the Voodoos so far.
They've made a lot of really good physical plays that have knocked the puck loose, have opened up a lot of space, have gotten really interesting scoring positions so far for the Voodoos, and I think maybe their best chance at tying this one up, because it's the Paper Kings have to stay on their toes in order to make something happen.
Jackson Smith with the shot. That one's out of play. Marois did not see that one at all. You could just tell by his body language. So we'll get another offensive zone draw here for the Voodoos. Or as that one went out of play. 23-18, the shots in favor of Powassan. It's 3-2 for Espanola, however. Smith with the shot. That one hits a couple of bodies and goes over the net. Now Smetham with possession. Smetham plays it off the net, flips it out front, looking like Trevor Zegras there. He was just missing a Sonny Milano to bat that one in. Smetham trying to play it off the net again. Now it's to Lemke. Lemke sends it around to the near side. And where's Booth coming from? As Booth was way up at the Voodoos blue line and nearly got in alone. Now puck with the Voodoos in their own zone. McElhaney gets to it. McElhaney battling for possession. It goes to the near side. Smetham chasing after it. Smetham nearly falls to the ice and can't quite hold on to it, but the Voodoos do get the puck out as that's Little. Little up for Lemke. Lemke takes a shot, looking for the rebound to find Little, and is kicked out of play by Marois.
Yeah, and Booth had his stick knocked out of his hands, so he ran to the bench to grab another one, and the rim pass from a Voodoos player that cleared the zone. Booth found himself in a really good opportunity there, but good get back by the Voodoos negates a breakaway chance.
4:13 left in the second period, 3-2 Voodoos lead, or Paper Kings lead. Ferguson knocks it out of his own zone. Now Turner gets to it, sends it up the ice for McLean. Right back in the Voodoos chase, but now it's right back down for Case at his own blue line. Case with a short pass up to Shields. Shields loses the handle of it. Now McLean gets to it. McLean stick handling through the neutral zone, knocked off the puck by Cowell. Cowell gains the zone to Ferguson. Ferguson with the shot. Blocker saved by Charette. Into the corner. Now Signoretti gets to it. Signoretti chasing with Case on the far side in the corner. McLean in there as well. Puck comes out. Paper Kings walking in, takes a shot. Charette making another save at the top of his crease here. And with 3:26 left, we'll get another draw.
Feels like the first time Charette's faced a head-on shot in quite a few minutes here in the second period, as the Voodoos have been keeping up the pressure in the Paper King zone. But in the shots he's faced this period, he's looked quite solid. And the Voodoos have been doing a good job of angling off shots and making them much easier for their goaltender to save.
Puck behind the net with Ricci up to McMillan. McMillan looking for Thompson. That pass was a little too slow to develop any play. Has the puck right back down to Voodoos territory. McMillan behind the net. Denuden gets to it, throws it cross ice, was looking for his man Lines. Now right back down the ice, the Voodoos looking for it is Thompson. Chase Thompson stops up, gives it to Rotundo. Rotundo now for McMillan. McMillan behind the net, into the corner. Looks cross ice. Good chance there for Smith. He scores! Wraith Smith, hat-trick goal! Dancing around Marois from the sharp angle, and that's Wraith Smith's 20th of the season.
The first Voodoo to hit 20 goals this season, and it's a hat trick in a game where you had a hat trick scored against you. That really good zone entry and a couple shots on net. Smith grabs that rebound, does some fancy stick work, and manages to tuck it behind Marois. It's now a tie game. Signoretti 3 goals, Smith 3 goals, tie game Voodoos.
Woo! 2:45 left in this second period, as you said, all tied up at 3 apiece. What a gorgeous goal by Wraith Smith, and 2 hat tricks in the same game. Wow. Paper Kings with possession now in their own zone. Send the puck down the ice. Cowell stood up by Little. Little carries it in, gets it to Patrick. That will go for offside though, as Patrick didn't like that call. Hits it up against the boards, and now he's going to get an earful from the referee on that one, as the officials didn't like that display of anger.
Voodoo's getting another good chance there right off the opening draw with a brief rush, but it ends up just behind the play there. And man, the Voodoo's coming back into this one strong and hoping to keep up that pressure. A lot more shots, out shooting 25-18. A lot more offensive prowess being shown here by Powassan.
Patrick with a great chance there, as he was able to pick off the pass, but he wasn't able to put the puck behind the net, as Marois made a big pad save. Now Signoretti going the other way. Signoretti gains the zone, stops up, gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson with the shot, and that one went wide. Shields battling in the corner. Paper Kings get it to Rampersad. Rampersad with the shot, blocked by Turner. Turner looking down the ice for Patrick. Patrick stopped the puck as he had to get it on his backhand. And now Pethick goes right back into Voodoo's territory. Pethick out front, knocked aside, as now Patrick leads the offensive zone. Over for Dubroy. Dubroy with a chance, but Marois stops that one. Down the ice, Case gets to it. Case, he was trying to hit that on the glass and bounce it in, but instead it's out of play. And now we'll get another stoppage with 1:26 left in the second period.
I think that at this point, the Paper Kings are hoping to escape this period any more unscathed. A lot of energy coming from Powassan and a lot of dynamic plays happening.
Case sends that one in, missing the net, but it's kept in by the Voodoos now, as it's to Dawson. Dawson with the shot from the point, and that one is covered up by Marois, as again, this proverbial fourth line having a great shift once again.
Dawson saw that puck just find him, and man, he makes no mistake of it, just immediately goes for the slap shot, and Marois has to make a quick reaction save in order to keep this one close.
1:13 left here in the second period, as now Signoretti comes back out. It's one back out to McLean. McLean in the slot for Dawson. Dawson took the shot, and much from where he scored against French River on the road, his most recent goal, but he's not able to convert that one. Now Signoretti, sharp angle, kicked aside by the blocker of Charette. Back to the point. Pethick with it. Pethick battling with Dawson, got it in deep, and now the puck on it behind the net, rides up on the net, and we'll get a stoppage here with 48.6 seconds remaining in this second period.
This game could not be any closer. The first one was just quick opening, scoring there. We escaped with 4 goals in that first period, and then 5 goals in the first period, and then the lone one in this one. But what a beauty, and man, it's been such an exciting game to watch.
Has indeed, as now the Voodoos have possession behind their net, but they can't hold on to it for long as the Paper Kings come away with it. Cross ice, Smetham nearly picked that one off, as now it goes behind the net. Rotundo Gets it up on the near side. And it's kicked aside. Now back in deep. As it's out front. What a save again by Charette as Horgan uncontested in the slot. And Charette with the big save. Oh my goodness. This goaltender, both of them are putting on clinics here in this game.
Charette reads that perfectly. And against a top goal scorer like Spencer Horgan, wow, what a shutdown. He hasn't let in a goal this period, and man, the dude's been staying on top of it. What a great showing here in this second 20.
18.9 seconds. The Paper Kings scored with 6.6 left in the first, so almost getting another one here off a defensive miscue by the Voodoos. As it's won by Powassan into the corner, Little with it. Now battling for it as the Paper Kings try to come away with it. Knocked back to the point. Paper Kings with possession now. 7 seconds. As the puck goes cross ice, knocked aside by the Voodoos and sent down the ice. So that should wrap things up here in the second period, and it does indeed. As we'll get another intermission here. It's 3-3 between the Powassan Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings. Harrison, once again, before we go to break, your final thoughts here on this second period.
This game just keeps getting better and better. How often do you see the only scoring being 2 hat tricks, one for either side? Wraith Smith, Lucas Signoretti, just fast speed back and forth. A lot of really interesting plays, a lot of physical play, and really good stuff from that fourth line of the Voodoos. Still anyone's game, so stick here with us on the front line. It's awesome, Courtney.
And we'll be back with more on the other side of this second intermission here. I'm Courtney Kenny, he's Harrison Clements, and we'll be right back on the other side of this intermission.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry, come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry, come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the back half of the intermission here, or the last few minutes of the intermission anyways, before we get started on our third period. Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison Clements here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast for your Powassan Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings. Is a 3-3 hockey game after a much tightly contested second period. It's essentially Lucas Signoretti 3, Wraith Smith 3, Espanola 0, and Powassan 0. It's essentially what it's coming down to here in this game. Yep. Patrick Charette in net for the Voodoos has looked great for the team, and Jake Marois in net for the Paper Kings has looked great as well. As we mentioned, shots on goal 14-10 in favor of the Voodoos in that second period. And Espanola now 1 for 2 on the power play, and 0 for 2 is Powassan on their power play. That was Lucas Signoretti getting his 30th, his 31st and 32nd of the season, whereas Ray Smith's gotten his 18th, his 19th, and now his 20th. He's the first Powassan Voodoo player to 20 goals on the season. And quickly looking around the league, the Sioux Thunderbirds have a 4-2 lead on the Blind River Beavers midway through the third period. Timmins up 3-2 after 40 minutes of play on the Iroquois Falls Storm. And Kirkland Lake currently has a slim 2-1 lead midway through the third period against the Hearst Lumberjacks. We're back in action again tomorrow when the Greater Sudbury Cubs come to town against your Powassan Voodoos. We'll have the call here on the Frontline YouTube channel and, of course, Flow Hockey. And it should be a good one here at the Sportsplex tomorrow. But the Voodoos can't be looking too far ahead as they have a third period here against the Espanola Paper Kings to do battle with. Harrison?
The Voodoos slowly crept up into what seemed like a significant lead in the middle of this second period, and they ended the period with 28-23 in the way of shots. The game is still tied. Lots of hockey left to be played here in the final 20 minutes.
And we're underway. The Paper Kings in their navy blue and highlighter green outfits are going left to right this period, and the Voodoos in their home whites are going right to left in this third period. Jackson Smith flipping the puck down the ice, and the Paper Kings have possession now in their own zone. Losing it though, however, Lemke gets to it at the red line and flips it right back in. Marois has to play the puck, but it passes or jumps over his stick, and now it's through the neutral zone for the Paper Kings. That's the Paper Kings with a shot on Charette, couldn't get that one away. And now McElhaney with it once again. Smetham carries the puck in. Back to Horgan. Horgan losing the puck, and it's flipped right back in by Smetham on Marois. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. We got it late, but it's 3-3 between the Sudbury Wolves and North Bay in Sudbury currently right now. David Goyette with the tying goal in that one.
It's always a close one between those two teams, especially as we saw last night. A bit of a quick break here at the beginning of this third period. The Voodoos going in. Shields did go off to the bench, which a little bit of back discomfort, so hopefully we see him return.
Good chance there by the Voodoos, but now it's the Paper Kings into Voodoos territory. Ferguson with a shot. That one's off the leg. And now cross ice. That's Cowell battling for it. He loses it. Bruce gets to it. As the puck now cross ice again for Cowell in the corner. Cowell looked to try and get around behind the net, but that was picked off by McLean. And now the big defender picks it right back up and gets it to Lemke, who sends it down for Smetham. Smetham up the ice, loses it to Signoretti, however, but Signoretti can't get past McLean. Puck sent down the ice. That will go for icing against the Voodoos here, as the puck was sent from the Voodoos side of the red line.
Did not quite gain the red line, thought maybe get away with it, but we will see a defensive zone draw if you are the Voodoos. 18-15 in this one, still scoreless in this period, and it took us a while to get going in the second period, but hoping to see the Voodoos go up quickly in this one.
Puck down into Espanola territory. Smetham gets to it. Smetham, realizing that his reinforcements are still coming from the bench, has to twist and turn away, as now Thompson gets to it. Thompson battling, looking for McMillan. McMillan comes away with it. McMillan tried to throw it to the center of the ice, And now down the ice go the Paper Kings as they pick that one up. Gringorton sends it towards the net, sticked aside by Charette. And now it's Thompson. Thompson to Ricci. Ricci up the ice, was looking for Wraith Smith. It was out of his reach. And now the puck sent in on Marois. Marois is just going to get the blocker down on it, and he's getting some discomfort now after that. And Wraith Smith and looks like Gringorton exchanging some words.
Maybe a little extra tap there as the glove save was made on the ground there. But
looked like it was his fingers that he was favoring.
Yeah, dropped the glove there, but looks to be getting back to it okay. Just some momentary discomfort. Regardless, we will see a offensive zone draw for the Powassan Voodoos. Thompson will take it.
On the near side here, Thompson, like you said, coming in for the draw. Tries to win it back. The puck bouncing a little bit. He does win it back to Little, but Little had already vacated the line, so the Voodoos have to tag up as that would have been offside. Down the ice, that missed McDonald entirely, so that'll go for icing against the Paper Kings now. And a quick little shove after the whistle by Jackson Smith on his man. But nothing comes of that. That was Drigo.
I wonder if this stat is kept anywhere, but feels like an abnormal amount of icing here tonight. I can't remember the last time I've seen so many in a game.
There's definitely been a few. Dawson with a blind shot, missed the net. And now Dubois chasing after it as he's taken down to the ice. Booth with it. Booth hits his man off the puck. Back to the point. Glove saved there by Charette as he gets away from danger of McDonald. And now Drigo comes behind Jackson Smith and knocks him into McDonald. And McDonald turned around thinking that Smith had cross-checked him but it was Smith that had been knocked into the captain by Drigo. Voodoos fans not a fan of the refereeing here in this one, as that was a late cross-check to the back of Smith. Russo with the puck off the draw, but possession slowly goes to the Paper Kings in the Voodoo zone. McLean with the puck now. McLean with a burst of speed from behind his net, goes for a skate. He gets through a couple of Paper Kings, leaves it up for Dubois. Dubois with a sharp angle shot. Marois got it, and then it's knocked into the net by McLean off the quick whistle. And then that's a late hit on McLean after the whistle was blown really quick. That's twice now we've seen that benefit the Paper Kings in this one, where the whistle was blown rather quick.
Puck was still up in the air. I guess the rule, as you mentioned earlier, if you can't see it, call it, but we've had a couple back-to-back that are really fast on the draw there.
Very quick indeed, and then he's just following up on the rebound and then gets a late hit by the Paper Kings, and no call coming there. So Ricci walks the line, takes a shot. That one's blocked by the Paper Kings. That's McDonald with the block. Now in deep, and Dawson comes away with it. Dawson out front for Dubois. Dubois in his feet, gets it to Russo. Russo just rolls it in on Marois. And now another stop here with 16:23 left in the third. Shots on goal favor the Voodoos 29-24.
And things starting to get a little bit chippy. We saw that at the beginning of all throughout the first period, and then it seemed to cool down a little bit in the second, but seems to be picking up a bit more here in the third period as time winds down and the game is still tied.
Voodoos win the draw, keep it in. Jackson Smith takes a hit but throws the puck right back into the zone. Shields takes a hit along the near side half wall, battling for possession. He's taken in hard into the boards, down to the ice. Good to see Shields back out there. Those you mentioned, he had gone off briefly with some lower back discomfort as the puck comes up and over the glass and out of play. So we'll get a stoppage here. 16:02 left in this third period. Almost 4 minutes gone in this one as we're still tied at 3 apiece.
And most of it being in this Espanola Paper King zone. The Voodoos getting a couple of chances, forcing Marois to cover up, staying a nuisance in front of the net and getting those shots off. As you mentioned, shots 30-24 for the Voodoos.
Shields wins it to Patrick. Patrick flips it right back in behind the net. However, Horgan's going to get to that first. Horgan down the ice. That will not go for icing though as Cowell beats it out. Now Ferguson with it. Ferguson back to Horgan. Sent right back in. And now Turner gets to it. Turner up the ice for Patrick. That was in his skate. So the puck bounces back to Voodoos territory. Shields with it. Shields gets it to Turner. Turner gets it out of the zone. Patrick was looking for it. And now it's flipped right back into Powassan territory with Little. Little sends it around. Cowell gets to it, throws it out front. Was looking for Ferguson. Took a weird bounce there. Now to Horgan. Horgan walks the line, takes the shot. Puck sitting there. And Signoretti in the blue paint gets his 4th of the game. As that one took another bounce. That's 2 weird bounces in front of the Voodoos net that have led to goals for Signoretti.
And yeah, there was just a shot from the point that gets caught up in some skates. And Charette can't quite track it in front of the net there. Gets loose, and Signoretti, wow, with his 4th there, looking at an open cage.
For Signoretti's 32nd or 33rd of the season. He was very excited going back to the bench. And we'll have to see how some of these missed calls or quick whistles now, as the Voodoos could have 2 goals on some quick whistles here, how that will affect the rest of the game. Chuchelli was battling for the puck, but now Lemke gets to it. Lemke down the ice, gets around his man, looked out front, good chance there, the Voodoos score! Answering back, Reese Smetham! It's 4-4!
What an incredible effort there. The Voodoos quickly on the entry there. Smetham with the finish. Quick back and forth, gets more wall dancing. And once again, we are at a tie game. It is the 2nd goal in this game where the Voodoos go down and quickly answer back. Excellent stuff from the Powassan Voodoos.
Smetham's 14th of the season on a pretty passing play from Lemke to McElhaney to Smetham, and we're all knotted up at 4 apiece as the puck off the draw hits the stick and goes up and out of play as it hits the roof here of the Sportsplex.
You can't ask for much prettier a goal than that, Courtney.
No. Great goal indeed for the Voodoos here. 14:48 left in the 3rd period. Tic-tac-toe in the back of the net. Past Marois. Not much Marois could do on that one as the puck knocked down the ice into Voodoos territory. Ricci with the puck. Big hit delivered behind the net by Rotundo. And now McDonald comes in to support his guys. We're going to get a penalty here against the Voodoos. And you have to think that maybe McDonald might get one as well coming in late. But the referee put up his arm immediately after Rotundo leveled that hit. Tempers flying here at the Sportsplex. Rotundo probably going, I would imagine he's going back to the locker room after that.
And we see, was that McDonald heading off as well? He'll head to the box, it looks like. And looks like Rotundo is just going to the box as well. As
of right now, yes. But we'll see what the call is. Mason Rotundo leveling a heavy hit behind the net. His man was okay. I missed who he hit down to the ice. He got up pretty quick once McDonald started to get things going physically.
As we said, things quite intense here at the Sportsplex, especially with a flurry of goals like that. Some chippiness throughout the game, and bodies starting to fly here. With 14:36 remaining in the game, we will get our decision now, it looks like.
So Rotundo's being shown the gate. Also, again, North Bay now crawling ahead 4-3 over the Wolves with Sandus the Villmanis picking up a goal there, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the 3rd period. So Rotundo being kicked out of the game. McDonald currently still in the box. 5 minutes on the board against the Voodoos. So it looks like a major against the Voodoos for sure. 4 minutes on the clock for the Paper Kings. So if that's how things stand, the Paper Kings will get a whole minute power play out of this, as it looks like double minor to McDonald. and a game to Rotundo.
The one advantage, aside from the minute that the Paper Kings will get, is they can score as many times as they want on this. Meanwhile, the Voodoos will be chipping away at their clock if they score. So
no, it won't matter because it's going to be 4-on-4 for 4 minutes.
That is true.
And then it'll be 5-on-4 for a minute. But under normal circumstances. Yeah. But McDonald now finds himself in the box for the Paper Kings. And looks like Caleb Dawson serving for Rotundo as Signoretti gets it off the draw as we're back underway. Signoretti battling with Thompson on the far side. Ferguson battling for it as well. And Wraith Smith knocks it down the ice as Thompson tries to get to it. Wraith Smith is a 3-on-0 for the Voodoos. Wraith Smith over to Little. They score! Captain Clutch, Alex Little. Oh my goodness, his 5th of the season. And the Voodoos go ahead 5-4.
What an incredible play there. The Voodoos jump out of the zone. Smith loses it a little bit, but stays on top of the puck, manages to get the puck up. A 3-on-0 for the Voodoos. And then just that beautiful finish, great passing play. And after all that, the Voodoos come out up a point, 5-4.
Signoretti battling with McLean off the draw again, now into Voodoos territory. Smetham nearly got a break there as he knocked it over Horgan. However, it went out of play, so we'll get a draw here. And I'm constantly reminded during this game of a very famous movie quote from Russell Crowe in Gladiator. Are you not entertained?
This has been an entertaining game, to say the least, Courtney. We've seen some physical play. We've seen some incredible goals. We've seen some incredibly outstanding saves here, and we still have 3/4 of a period to go.
Just under 14 minutes left, as now it's up for Smetham. Smetham scored the tying goal. Now it's up to McLean. McLean, as the Voodoos have numbers again. Mike McLean with the shot, just missed the net. And now a weird bounce leaves the puck just dead for Ferguson to pick up in his own zone and go down the ice. Ferguson back for Signoretti. Signoretti walking across the zone, loses the shot off of Smetham, and now Smetham in the corner battling for it. Smetham battling with Ferguson. Ferguson losing his stick. Ferguson knocked to the ice. Signoretti. Signoretti takes the shot, and that one's into the corner. Smetham once again battling with Ferguson. He looks to be out of gas as he sends it behind the net for Case. Now down the ice, Ricci was looking for Wraith Smith, couldn't find him. Has now gone the other way, Chase Thompson. Chase Thompson has one to beat, tried to stop up, as that was Cowell that he was trying to deke around, and now the puck sent down the ice, and that should go for icing. No, late, no icing, as the play continues. Ricci kicks the puck down the ice, and that's Bruce who just sends it right back into Voodoos territory. 2 minutes left on this 4-on-4, and then the Paper Kings will have a minute power play. Wraith Smith into the center of the ice for Thompson. Thompson with a shot, and that one's off the body and out of play. And this is the third time we've seen these teams go 4-on-4, and each time the game has opened up considerably.
These are two fast teams to begin with in 5-on-5. Espanola's got a lot of speed. The Voodoos have a ton of speed, and just with that extra man removed, they got a lot more ice to work with in the already quick rink that is the Powassan Sportsplex. So it allows for quick turns of play and quick breakouts like we have seen so far in this 4-on-4, Courtney.
Looks like be an entertaining one in Sudbury as well, as Nathan Villeneuve has tied things up 4-4 for the Wolves in the Sudbury Community Arena. That's a bad rap, but one of my favorite arenas actually in the world. I love it. Cowell with the puck near side to McMillan. McMillan going for a skate, flips it off the boards. He was looking for Case, however it never found the defender. Now going the other way is Cowell. Cowell walks in, takes a shot. Charette kicks that one aside. And Case gets to the puck. Case behind his net as Cowell and Lemke were playing little games with each other. As now, down the ice go the Voodoos. McMillan tried to make a fancy deke. Now it's Lemke. Lemke walks near side. However, a good stick there by Rampersad knocked the puck away from Lemke. Lemke back to the point. Another shot. Marois with the save as we're under a minute left on the 4-on-4. 59 seconds to be precise. And then remember, the Paper Kings still get a minute power play when this is all said and done.
The Voodoos with a good chance there at the end of that play with a mini 2-on-1. Rampersad getting down, helping out his goaltender and breaking that up. Espanola still fighting tooth and nail in this one.
Shots on goal, 33-26 in favor of the Voodoos. 5-4 also the score in favor of the Powassan Voodoos. Ryan Patrick now in for the draw on the far side. Wins the draw, but not first real possession. Goes to the Paper Kings. Espanola down the ice. Left for Smith. Gets it to McElhaney. McElhaney tried to send the puck cross ice. It hit Signoretti. And now kept in by the Paper Kings. Rufa in deep for Signoretti. Signoretti goes for a twisting and a turn, and now it's McElhaney going the other way with Patrick. McElhaney. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Sends a cross ice for Patrick. Patrick couldn't quite get a shot away. And now Patrick in for McElhaney. Sent right back out to the point. Case kicks it right back in. McElhaney couldn't find his man, and now if the Paper Kings were quick, they would have had a 2-on-1. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Shot high by Signoretti, sent out of the zone for Horgan to go get. Horgan with the puck, had it hop over his stick, and that'll do it. We're on to a minute power play now for the Paper Kings. Signoretti couldn't hold the line, and that'll kill some valuable time here for Powassan. Signoretti with the puck down the ice, and Gringorton gets it near side. Pethick couldn't get the chance into the Voodoo zone away, and now it's McLean with it. McLean behind his net, flips it out front, and that's going to come back to Guthrie. Now near side for Pethick. Pethick sounds it down the ice. Little with a chance now as he goes one-on-one. Takes the shot. Marois with the save. 29 seconds left on the power play for the Paper Kings, and now they'll have a defensive zone draw, which will kill more time.
And that's got to be the third or fourth short-handed rush for Alex Little. He's had quite a few pushes into enemy territory when down a man, has gotten shots off, and has killed a significant amount of time with those pushes, and forces another draw in the Paper King zone down a man.
Ricci sent the puck in from the blue line, missing the net. And now the Paper Kings moving out of their zone. Over for Short. Short sends it behind his net. Ricci couldn't quite get a handle on that one, though, as it goes out to the front. Charette with a big save there as the puck bounced in on him. 6 seconds remaining on this power play now for the Paper Kings before Caleb Dawson rejoins play, as he is serving the major for Mason Rotundo. And if you see it ever in the corner, Mason Rotundo did come out of the locker room real quick once he got his helmet off, and he's just now watching the game from the corner in the Voodoo zone.
It truly is can't miss hockey.
McLean from behind his net to Smetham. Smetham. Now we're back to 5-on-5 for the first time in what feels like an eternity. Smetham with a backhand chance over the net. Back for McLean. McLean with the shot. That one's turned aside by Marois. Smetham battling near side. In the corner, McElhaney comes in for support. Smetham hauled to the ice. No call coming on that one, as now Lemke gets to it. McElhaney tries to get it back to the point, gets it to Lemke instead. Lemke battling behind the net, looked out front. That one's picked off by Danuden. Now offside for the Paper Kings, as Smetham couldn't corral that, but perhaps lucky as the Paper Kings couldn't get a good stick on it because of the offside. However, that will bring us to our mid-period break here. Buckle up, folks. We're not done yet.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
That's right, folks. After the game, stick around just briefly as we will have the 3 stars of the game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Lucas Signoretti and Wraith Smith are probably going to be 2 out of the 3.
I'd be willing to bet money on that if I was a betting man, Courtney.
How much money are we talking? Let's go.
I'll pay you the gas money from Powassan to
All right.
North Bay.
That's big money nowadays.
Yeah, that is. Oh, no. I might have to take out a loan on that one. But, yeah, 2 hat tricks in the same game. Absolutely stellar play from them. And if we're predicting the 3 stars, we've got 2 out of 3 down. I'd love to see one of the goaltenders tonight get it because they have both been absolutely outstanding in their nets. Game-saving saves back to back to back from both sides. Incredible stuff. What a game we've had the pleasure of witnessing here tonight at the Sportsplex.
Indeed. As Marois has faced 36 shots, he's made 31 saves. Charrette's faced 32. He's made 28. And again, some of them 10 bell saves for both goaltenders. Gringorton in his own zone as we're back underway. Skates through the neutral zone. Loses the handle of it, but the Paper Kings still get the puck into Voodoos territory. And if the score holds up, we'll have to keep an eye on Marois to see when and if he comes out of the net. Cowell on the far side gets it back to the point. Rufa sends it to the front of the Voodoos net, and Charrette just covers that one up, making a big save.
Charrette so far stopping 29 in his debut in a Voodoos uniform, and he's looked increasingly more impressive as this game has gone on. Led up 2 in the first period and then 1 apiece so far throughout the rest. And this guy's just been stopping rebounds like crazy, getting in front of the puck and denying the Espanola Paper Kings a lot of chances.
Lemke sends it down the ice, no icing on that one. So we'll continue play here. As the Paper Kings come out of their own zone, they send that one down the ice. And Ferguson will beat that out, so no icing against the Voodoos as Ferguson gets the puck behind the net again. And his centering pass goes to McElhaney. McElhaney gains the red line, goes off for a change. Behind the net now, Pethick quickly up the ice for Ferguson. Ferguson gains the blue line, looks cross ice for Signoretti. Signoretti had overskated where the pass was going, so he has to turn around and stop up. Now it's to Ferguson on the near side. Ferguson to Horgan. Horgan takes the shot, kicked aside by Charrette, and cross ice pass again by Signoretti, couldn't find anybody. Now Smith going down the ice, flips it in towards Marois. Marois blocks it into the corner. Pethick on the near side, gives it to Ferguson, gives it away, McMillan. McMillan cross ice for Smith, what a save by Marois! And the goaltender's down, and on the rebound, Smith had a chance for his 4th to match Signoretti, but Marois is down on the ice now, and our attention turns to the goaltender who took that high shot from Smith, making the save.
Marois has been fantastic all night and gets across the crease, makes an outstanding save, and unfortunately takes one up high. Hopefully he will return. The trainer is out on the ice attending to him currently.
Hopefully he's able to stay in the game. He hurt his fingers earlier, and it looks like he will stay in the game as he's just stunned a little bit from taking a high shot. Voodoos with another grade A scoring opportunity there with Wraith Smith, who's already got 3 in this one. Becoming the first 20 goal scorer of the Voodoos season. Who pegged a 16-year-old coming out of camp to be the first 20 goal scorer here? But hey, Wraith Smith has really endeared himself to the Voodoos organization, and North Bay has a real special talent on their hands when it comes to him.
In his first game in the OHL, he lets the teddy bears fly, and tonight he does the same with Hatswell if they could get over this giant meshing in front of us.
As the puck quickly off the face-off, out of play. 7:09 left in the third period. The Voodoos currently hold a 5-4 lead over the Paper Kings. There's a flurry of goals here by the Voodoos in this third period.
Quite exciting, and still enough time in this game for anything to happen. As we said, quite a few of the goals have come within seconds of each other.
Thompson with the puck in Espanola territory. Now picks it up, tries to throw the puck out front. However, it goes cross ice now for McElhaney. McElhaney battling with it with Thompson. Thompson walks out front, took a shot. That one's into the corner. McMillan with the puck. Has it hop off his stick, off a good defensive play by Espanola. Turns around and finds Smith turning and throwing that one into Espanola territory. It comes out, though, with Den Uden skating the puck down the ice. Gains the red line, flips it in. Ricci squeezes the puck up against the boards to knock it out. Dubroy over skating it, however, and now it's right back into Voodoos territory for Little to chase after. Little up the boards for Dubroy. It passes over him and jumps over short, and now it's dumped right back in. Ricci with possession. Ricci up for Dawson. Dawson down the ice for Dubroy. Dubroy with speed. Walks out behind the net. Turns around. Flips it right behind the net. And now Rampersad gets to it for Cowell. However, Ricci gets to it. Sends it down. Marois makes a blocker save from center ice. And now Ferguson chips it down. But because he was on the Espanola side of the red line, that'll go for icing. Although he wasn't very far over the red line.
Yeah, and icing's been part of the game here tonight as well. We've seen many a stoppage, and I wonder how much of a factor that has played with teams this fast, keeping those tired legs out there, not being able to get quick changes in. Maybe that could be a deciding edge here as this game winds down.
Patrick in for the draw, gets it to Shields, who chips it into the corner, but it's sent down the ice, and that should go for another icing against the Paper Kings. It will. 5:37 left here in this third period, and the Voodoos still lead 5-4, but time is starting to become a factor.
In total, we have around 70 shots that have been fired between the two teams.
70 on the button, according to the shot clock.
According to the shot clock, I wouldn't be surprised if there was more, and there has been just as many fantastic opportunities for both teams.
Sent right back in from the neutral zone was Case. And now the Paper Kings with possession. Espanola down the ice. Rampersad lost the handle to it. Now Patrick going the other way. Patrick cross ice for Turner, who tried to bat that one in. He just missed the net barely. As now Shields battling on the far side corner with Cowell. Bodies falling to the ice. Shields turning and throwing the puck towards the net. Short gets to it. Short flipping it down the ice. Blocked up by Case there. And he sends it right back in. Under 5 to go now in this third period. Voodoos with a 1-goal lead, 5-4. Sent down the ice. Paper Kings get it into Voodoos territory without taking an icing. And now Powassan sends it right out of the zone. Bruce gets to it at the neutral zone. Gregorton flips it right back in. Not very far though, as Little gets to it and sends it up for Smetham. Smetham flips it into Paper Kings territory. And it's right back out, as that'll be Booth going the other way. Now up for Smetham. He loses it to Gregorton. And now the puck goes cross ice for nobody. But Rufa finds it and sends it right back in. Puck on the near side. Couldn't get a shot away. Another chance by Bruce. Gloved down by Charette. And 4:18 left on the clock. We'll get a stoppage here in Voodoos territory.
The Voodoos have made a really good adjustment so far in the third period here. I feel like I've had my head turned to the left watching the Espanola zone most of this period. They've kept Espanola contained on the defense, and so far they haven't given them a lot of opportunities. This is one of the few offensive zone draws that the Paper Kings have had.
Case with the puck in his own zone, flips it around the boards. Patrick got a piece of it, but it's not out. Sent right back into the corner, now behind the net. McLean battling for it. Tried to wrap that one in was Booth, but Charette got his pad over just in time. You could see from our angle just a little opening there. Almost heart attack city for the Powassan Voodoos.
It was a very good read by Charette to get over just in time on that one. Paper Kings almost making this a tie game with 4 minutes left to go. And man, Charette just locking things down here in this third period.
And we'll keep an eye on Marois for you as well to find out if the Paper Kings go the extra attacker route. As bodies falling off the draw here. As the puck comes out, however, into the corner for McMillan. McMillan sends it down the ice. Horgan stops it from going the length of the ice. Good stick there by Smith. Was able to send the Paper Kings right back into their own zone. Horgan gets it to his man, however. It didn't go very far as that was Peters Davey, who got stopped up at the Voodoos bench. Now it's back to the point for Horgan. Horgan sends it right back in. Smith tried to bat that one down. And now battling for it is Case. Case sends it far side. McMillan gets to it. McMillan with possession. Sends it cross ice. Was looking for Wraith Smith, who nearly picked that one off. And now Powassan with possession once again in their own zone. McMillan chasing after it. Matthew McMillan skating in. Sharp angle goes around, tried to wrap that one in, and he would have had Marois beat. However, he wasn't able to convert. Ricci kept the puck in, but now it's out to the neutral zone. Ricci picks it up. Ricci stays on this side, or on the Paper Kings side of the red line, so he dumps it in on Marois, and he covers up the puck as he didn't like what he saw in front of him, and we'll get a stoppage here with 2:58 left in the third period.
As you mentioned, time ticking down further and further, 2:58. The Voodoos now crossing the 40 shots on goal benchmark there, getting lots of shots on net. Both teams, the Paper Kings now at 35, and they will win the draw and break out of the zone.
Ricci picks it up though in his own zone. Goes cross ice for Little. Little looks cross ice for Shields. Now Shields walking in. Couldn't get a shot away as it was knocked off his stick. Patrick picking it up in Espanola territory. Sends it around. Ferguson gets to it first as he's taken down by Turner and sent out of the zone. Looking for Signoretti, but Little gets to it. Little sending that one in on Marois, who just lets that one go and plays it. Under 2.5 minutes remain in this third period. Ferguson sends the puck round the end wall. Case gets to it, and he just flips that one out of his zone. However, I think it might have hit somebody or maybe the netting, as we'll get a stoppage in play here with 2:19 left.
And the Paper Kings getting a draw, an all-important draw in the Voodoo zone. Still waiting to see if Marois will go off. Depending on the draw here, we may see him go.
He's yet to leave his net, but the Paper Kings didn't hold possession for very long. Now they will, as Bruce is able to keep it in. However, Smetham gets it up for Lemke, but Lemke overskated the puck and couldn't get anything going. Now right back into Voodoo's territory for McLean. McLean with 2 minutes left. Puts the puck on his stick and goes for a skate. Mike McLean, the big defender, gets it out of the zone to McMillan. However, McLean across the blue line as he was letting the pass go, so offside. And we'll get another face-off draw here. $1:51 left in this third period, 5-4 Voodoo's lead.
Time truly ticking away here, Courtney. Minute 51, as you said, and the draw will be just in front of the Espanola Paper Kings bench. Voodoos keeping the pressure continually here in the third. One of the best periods of hockey I think I've seen in the back half of this season from the Voodoos, Courtney.
Indeed, and well, we're in for an exciting finish for sure, as Marois creeping out of his net ever so slightly with $1:40 left. Turner chips it out to the point. Little gets it out, willing the puck down the ice. He's knocked aside by Bruce, but he still finds the puck in Espanola territory, getting it around the end wall for Turner. Turner throwing it out front of the net. Can't quite get it, and now the Paper Kings, as Marois still looking at the bench, but Powassan has possession again. Rufa gets to it. Marois still walking out of his net, but Powassan with possession once again. 1:10 left. Shields throws it towards the net, chases after it behind the net as it pops out in front, and Danuden gets to it. Danuden, we are into the final minute of play here. Case with a good stick, deemed high though, so we'll get a stoppage here. 57.9 left on the clock, 5-4 Voodoo's lead, as now you got to think either it's timeout time for the Paper Kings, and Marois slapping his stick on the ice, trying to get the attention of the bench, trying to find out what the game plan is for him.
Marois is slowly creeping.
There it is. Sorry, that will be a timeout for the Paper Kings.
The expected call there. Paper Kings trying to draw up a plan for one last push here in the third period on their brief timeout. Marois kept looking for opportunities to get there, but the Voodoos kept regaining control of the puck. Excellent back check from them, never letting Espanola get set up. And, man, they just had a couple of breaks there. The Voodoos, that is, into the Espanola zone, and just no good chance for the Paper Kings to get the extra attacker out there.
Marois now firmly on the bench, so they will get the extra attacker out there now.
And we will see if the Paper Kings can convert or if the Voodoos will be able to hold off in the final 57.9 seconds tonight here at the Sportsplex.
5-4, Voodoo's lead, like you said. Will they be able to hold on? 42-35 are the shots on goal in favor of Powassan. Powassan wins the draw. Little chips the puck down the ice. Smetham knocks his man down. Now it's Horgan as the puck still right in front of our broadcast area here, but it's sent down the ice by Lemke, and that'll go for icing, and we'll get another stoppage here.
44.1 seconds remaining. Shots 42-35 in favor of the Voodoos in their white jerseys here. And once again, before we wrap up the broadcast here, once again got to mention the Espanola Paper Kings blue and hideous green.
As the puck is won back by the Paper Kings, Cowell behind the net. Now with it, comes out. Signoretti gets to it. Signoretti with a shot. That one's blocked by Powassan, knocked down to the ice and flipped out of the zone. That'll kill some precious time here for Espanola as Signoretti gets to it, throws it up the ice, and now knocked down by McElhaney, but Signoretti gets it right back down, and Cicelli sends it into Voodoos territory. Case with it, sends it back to the point, sent down the ice, and that'll have a rolling puck. Here's McElhaney, tries to will it towards the net as he takes down Ferguson. 9 seconds left on the clock, sent back to Case. Case will just take it into his own zone, ride out the clock, and the Voodoos will skate away with 2 points here over the Espanola Paper Kings on Friday night. They will welcome the Greater Sudbury Cubs to town tomorrow, looking for a weekend sweep. What a gutsy effort here by both goaltenders. What a gutsy effort here by the Voodoos to go up 5-4 in this third period and take away a big win and Patrick Charette's first career NOJHL victory. Harrison?
Outstanding from Charette in net. A terrific hat trick from Ray Smith to get the scoring rolling. And once again, Signoretti picking up a hat trick as well, but it wasn't enough to put the Paper Kings over. The Voodoos looked incredible in that third period, absolutely shutting down the Paper Kings offense, maintaining sustained zone pressure, maintaining a lot of really good breakout opportunities when it came time for Espanola to try and get the extra attacker out on the board. Once again, the Voodoos shut them down and hold on for a terrific 5-4 win to open up the doubleheader here on the front line.
Well, if you're the Powassan Voodoos, you have to be pretty happy with Lucas Signoretti getting the only... Chase Thompson picking up third star of the game as he had to run back from the dressing room. Lucas Signoretti getting the second star of the game, and surprise, surprise, Wraith Smith picking up the first star of the game. Hat-trick effort here tonight, and Lucas Signoretti with 4 goals of his own. But if you're the Voodoos, you have to be very happy that you just basically shut down everybody not named Lucas Signoretti on the Paper Kings.
And that's exactly what you want. And thank you for listening to our 3 stars, brought to you by Dave's Auto.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
And that'll about do it here for us here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison Clements, Mike Brown, our camera operator, and Cassie Millen, our wonderful intern here. The Voodoos with a big 5-4 victory over the Espanola Paper Kings in one of the most entertaining games you'll see this side of North Bay. And I have to say, I really enjoyed this one, Harrison. It was good to get back on a call. I haven't called a game since before Christmas because I had to do public address for the first 2 games back. So it's good to get back in the saddle. Good to get things going and good to see a victory here for the Voodoos.
We couldn't have asked for a much more exciting game from the Powassan Voodoos. The crowd was electric. The gameplay on the ice equally matched. Some terrific goaltending, a lot of variance in the plays, and they were all exciting. We saw all lines buzzing from all teams. Oh man, what an absolute pleasure to watch. And yeah, it's been a while since I've been behind the mic. I'm usually behind the boards, shooting the game on the phone, posting that to our socials. So if you notice a lack of content there tonight, I was up here. But we are just excited to get into just a terrific game of hockey here. And the Cubs will be in town tomorrow. We'll be here on the front line with the call, same time, same bat place, and
same bat channel.
Same bat channel. Man, I'm just thrilled to be here, Courtney, and thrilled to watch the game that we did.
Yeah, very fun game indeed. Keep an eye out for our North Bay Sturgeon Falls McDonald's Player of the Game. It will be up on socials at some point here this evening as well. I'm Courtney Kenny, he's Harrison Clements, and keep an eye on everything to do with the front line. As I mentioned, keep an eye on the front line.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services.